One overplayed card. One unexpected hero. 4 beautiful totems. Just how far will this ragtag bunch go? Hello friends, Anura here, bringing you the culmination of my efforts to make Odd Shaman good in this latest season of May 2020. In this video, I'll be covering why I love choosing my totems, my 2 favorite builds of the deck, and a touch on matchups and the current wild metagame. So why even bother with Baku? Many people think that Totemic Slam is rather weak compared to the other upgraded hero powers, since it doesn't offer a raw increase in stats. You're still just summoning one basic totem. However, you have to consider the true value of each totem's effect. For example, the Wrath of Air totem effectively makes your hero power deal 1 damage for each spell you play. Likewise, if your minions are taking chip damage from spells or trading, a healing totem can restore multiple health a turn. Taunt from the Stoneclaw totem can practically freeze an enemy, saving an important minion or your hero some health. And don't forget about the Searing totem. Its one attack comes in handy when any other totem would just be removed for free, like versus an Odd Demon Hunter. Choosing guarantees you always get the high value totems, and aren't stuck summoning 0/2s with basically no effect. Additionally, you can summon multiples of the same totem, which the original hero power prevents. It's crucial, however, that we actually set up these situations to leverage the totems. That's where the deck building comes in. After much tinkering last month, I settled on a very aggressive game plan and super low curve, focused on taking the board immediately to push damage, and closing out the game with direct damage spells once my minions are removed. Here's the list I ended up liking and playing the most last month. It has a bunch of relatively high value 1-mana minions to take advantage of Storm's Wrath, a totem package to help generate value and pressure in the mid-game, and the burn spells to finish off opponents or act as removal for problematic minions. Zintamo is my cherry on top that supercharges the buff spells and turns my burn spells into pseudo AoE. I started playing this version at Diamond 3, and after losing to the final boss 6 times, made it into Legend. But I still wasn't done tinkering. I decided to cut my pet cards for more consistent ones in Earth Shocks, Marsh Spawns, and a single Lightning Storm. I started playing this version when the ladder reset for June, and it definitely felt more consistent, letting me cruise back to Legend by just the 2nd day. But let me start breaking down the actual gameplay. For the Mulligan, I'm always looking for Tunnel Trog or Surging Tempest. If I already have one, I'll keep Sledge Slurper or Storm's Wrath with it. I like keeping Totemic Reflection and Mana Tide or Flame Tongue when on the coin, especially versus slower decks like Priest or Warlock. In more aggressive matchups such as Warrior or Demon Hunter, I like to keep one piece of removal in Totemic Smash or Serpent Shrine Portal when possible. In general versus the control and combo decks, it's all about establishing threats that play around their removal when possible. I'll tend to favor the Wrath of Air totems here in order to set up surprise lethal with spells. In the aggro mirrors, however, games are much more of a back and forth fight for the board, with Stoneclaw and healing totems making sure the trades go my way. I wish Odd Shaman could work as a control or mid-range deck, but unfortunately it doesn't feel like that's possible in Wild. The current control decks have such powerful and potentially fast combos that playing for value just feels hopeless to me. As such, I built this deck to win, or lose, as quick as possible, but thankfully it seems to work. I was usually able to finish control Warlocks, Highlander Priests, and Quest Mages before they could stabilize, and kept pace with Odd Demon Hunters and Pirate Warriors quite well. Murloc Paladin was my worst matchup due to early board plays, followed by huge swings from Tip the Scales and Sunkeeper terrain. Big Shaman was another rough one. Walking Fountain is just a beating every time, and they can resummon their taunts after silence. Thankfully, those 2 decks weren't all that common, and I was able to hold a reasonable 60% win rate overall. That's about it for my rant on Odd Shaman though. If you have specific questions like why I left out certain cards, or why I'm obsessed with frogs, be sure to drop a comment below. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my wacky brews, please like and subscribe. The free support is hugely appreciated. Either way, thanks for watching, and so long for now.